The stars looked different today. Captain Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the UES Defiance and watched her screens with careful eyes. 3 days ago, everything was normal. Ships moved between Earth and Mars like they always did. Mining crews worked in the asteroid belt. Children went to school on Luna Base. Then the aliens came. Sarah remembered the moment when the first alien ship appeared. It was huge and black like a piece of night sky that had broken off and floated into their solar system. The ship was smooth and had no windows. It moved without making any sound through space. Behind it came more ships, all the same dark color, all moving in perfect lines like soldiers marching. The alien fleet stopped at the edge of their solar system. They sent a message on all radio frequencies. The message was simple but scary. They wanted to talk. They wanted Earth to send someone to meet them. They said they came in peace, but Sarah did not believe them. Ships that big and that organized did not come just to say hello. Admiral Rodriguez called Sarah to his office on Earth. He was an old man with gray hair and serious eyes. He had fought in 3 wars and survived them all. When he looked at Sarah, she knew this was important. "Chen, you are going out there," he said. "Take the Defiance and meet these aliens. Find out what they want." "Sir, should I take more ships?" Sarah asked. The Admiral shook his head. "No, just you. If they wanted to attack us, they would have done it already. They want to talk, so we talk. But Chen, remember something important." "What is that, sir?" "We have been preparing for this day for a very long time. These aliens do not know that yet. Keep it that way." Sarah did not understand what he meant, but she said yes anyway. The Admiral gave her a small data chip. "If things go bad, use this," he said. "But only if things go very, very bad." 2 hours later, Sarah was flying toward the alien fleet. The Defiance was not a big ship. It was old and looked like the kind of ship humans used to carry supplies between planets. The aliens would think it was harmless. That was exactly what Earth wanted them to think. The trip took 6 hours. During that time, Sarah thought about her family back on Earth. Her daughter was 12 years old and wanted to be a pilot like her mother. Her husband worked at the spaceport and fixed ships. They were normal people living normal lives. Sarah hoped they would still be able to do that after today. When she got close to the alien fleet, Sarah counted 30 ships. Each one was bigger than any human ship she had ever seen. The smallest alien ship was larger than Earth's biggest battleship. Sarah felt very small as she flew between them. The aliens told her to land inside their biggest ship. Sarah did not like this idea, but she had no choice. Her ship was pulled inside by some kind of invisible force. The alien ship was so big inside that she could have fit 100 human ships in the same space. Sarah put on her spacesuit and walked out of her ship. The alien ship had air that humans could breathe, but she wanted to be safe. 3 aliens were waiting for her. They were tall, much taller than humans. Their skin looked like it was made of crystal that changed colors when they moved. They had 4 arms and eyes that glowed with blue light. The alien in the middle spoke first. Its voice sounded like rocks grinding together, but Sarah's translator changed the words into English. "I am Admiral Kextar of the Zephyrian Hegemony," it said. "You represent the species called humans?" "Yes," Sarah said. "I am Captain Sarah Chen of Earth. We received your message and came to talk." Admiral Kextar made a sound that might have been laughing. "Talk? There is nothing to discuss. We have scanned your world and your ships. You have primitive weapons and slow ships. Your technology is thousands of years behind ours." Sarah kept her face calm, but inside she was getting angry. "We came here in peace. If you want to be friends, we can trade and learn from each other." "Friends?" Admiral Kextar's crystal skin flashed red. "We do not make friends with insects. We are the Zephyrian Hegemony. We have conquered 47 star systems. We take what we want, and we want your world." The other 2 aliens moved closer to Sarah. She could feel the heat coming from their crystal bodies. They were trying to scare her. It was working, but she did not let them see that. "What do you want from Earth?" Sarah asked. "Everything. Admiral Kextar said. Your world has good air and water. Your people will work in our mines and factories. Some of you will become food for our pets. The rest will die. Sarah felt cold, inside her spacesuit. These aliens were not here to make friends or trade. They were here to take everything and kill everyone who got in their way. I need to discuss this with my government, Sarah said. You have 72 hours, Admiral Kextar said. Surrender your world, or we will take it by force. Your choice. Sarah walked back to her ship. Her hands were shaking, but not from fear. She was angry. These aliens thought humans were weak and stupid. They thought Earth would just give up without a fight. They were wrong. As Sarah flew back toward Earth, she opened a communication channel to Admiral Rodriguez. Admiral, they want us to surrender in 72 hours. What did you tell them? Rodriguez asked. I told them I would discuss it with my government. Good. And what do you think of these aliens, Captain? Sarah looked back at the alien fleet through her rear cameras. I think they have made a very big mistake, sir. Why is that? Because they think we are weak. They think we will be easy to defeat. Admiral Rodriguez was quiet for a moment. Then he said, Captain Chen, send this message to the alien fleet. Tell them thank you for making this easy. Tell them we were not sure if they were the diplomatic type or not. Now we know. Sarah sent the message and then asked, Sir, what does that mean? It means, Captain, that these aliens just declared war on the wrong species. They picked a fight with the apex predators. Sarah did not understand, but she would soon learn what those words meant. Earth was about to show the galaxy why humans were the most dangerous species that had ever lived. Captain Sarah Chen landed on Earth 12 hours after meeting the aliens. She had never seen the planet move so fast. As her ship touched down at the military base in Colorado, she could see changes everywhere. Trucks filled with soldiers drove, on every road. Fighter jets flew overhead in perfect formations. Ships that Sarah had never seen before were taking off from hidden launch pads. Admiral Rodriguez met her at the landing pad. His face was serious, but his eyes looked excited. How long do we have? He asked. 72 hours from when I left them, Sarah said. So about 60 hours now. Good. That is enough time. Sarah followed the Admiral into a building deep underground. They took an elevator that went down for 3 minutes. Sarah counted 20 floors, but the elevator kept going. When it finally stopped, they were in a huge room filled with computers and screens. Hundreds of people worked at desks typing and talking on phones. Giant screens on the walls showed maps of Earth, the solar system, and space beyond. What is this place? Sarah asked. This is where we have been waiting for this day, Admiral Rodriguez said. Sarah, can you keep a secret? Yes, sir. Humanity has been preparing for alien contact for 40 years. We knew this day would come. We knew that when aliens found us, they might not be friendly, so we got ready. Admiral Rodriguez walked to a big screen that showed the solar system. He pressed some buttons and the screen changed. Now Sarah could see red dots all over the map. There were dots near Earth, on the Moon, around Mars, in the asteroid belt, and even near Jupiter. Every red dot is a weapon, the Admiral said. Some are big guns that can shoot across space. Some are ships that look like space junk but have powerful weapons inside. Some are bombs hidden in asteroids. We have been building these weapons for decades. Sarah stared at the screen. There were hundreds of red dots. The aliens do not know about these? They scanned our solar system, but they only saw what we wanted them to see. They saw old ships, weak weapons, and a peaceful planet. They did not see the real military. The Admiral pressed more buttons. The screen showed Earth from space. Sarah could see the cities and the oceans, but she could also see new things. Lines of light connected different parts of the planet. Strange shapes moved under the ocean. The North and South poles glowed with energy. We built a defense system around Earth, Admiral Rodriguez said. We have weapons in space that look like satellites. We have guns hidden inside mountains. We have ships under the ocean that can fly into space. We have been ready for this war for a very long time. Sarah felt confused. But sir, why keep it secret? Why not show the world that we are strong? Because if aliens came and saw how strong we were, they might bring bigger armies. They might call for help from other alien races. It was better to look weak and harmless until they made the first move. A young officer ran up to Admiral Rodriguez. "Sir, we have a message from the President. All world leaders have agreed to the plan. We are ready to begin." "Good," the Admiral said. He turned to Sarah. "Captain, you are going to help us win this war." "How, sir?" "You are going back to the aliens. You are going to pretend that Earth wants to negotiate. Keep them talking for as long as possible. We need 6 more hours to get everything ready." Sarah felt scared. What if they get suspicious? They will not. They think humans are stupid and weak. They will enjoy watching us beg for mercy. Admiral Rodriguez gave Sarah a new data chip. "This has information about our fake surrender offer. Give them details about Earth's resources. Make them excited about conquering us. Keep them distracted." Sarah took the chip, but she had more questions. "Admiral, how many people know about the real military?" "Not many. Most humans think we only have the ships and weapons they see on the news. Even most of our soldiers do not know about the secret weapons. Only a few thousand people know the whole truth." "What about my family?" Admiral Rodriguez smiled for the first time. "Your daughter and husband are safe. They are in an underground city in the Rocky Mountains. 3 billion people have been moved to safe places over the past 3 days. We told them it was an emergency drill." Sarah felt better knowing her family was safe. "When does the fighting start?" "The aliens said they will attack in 60 hours. If we do not surrender, we will attack them first in 58 hours. By the time they realize what is happening, it will be too late." A woman in a white coat walked up to them. She was Dr. Lisa Park, Earth's best scientist. "Admiral, all systems are ready. The orbital platforms have full power. The asteroid weapons are in position. The hidden fleet is ready to move." "Excellent," Admiral Rodriguez said. "What about the new ships?" "The stealth fighters are invisible to alien sensors. The railguns can shoot faster than light. The antimatter missiles are loaded and ready." Sarah felt amazed. "We have all of that?" Dr. Park nodded. "We have been studying physics and engineering for 40 years, preparing for this moment. Human technology is not as primitive as the aliens think." Admiral Rodriguez looked at his watch. "Sarah, you need to leave now. Remember, act scared. Act like Earth is helpless. Let them think they have already won." Sarah walked back to her ship. As she prepared for takeoff, she thought about what she had learned. Humanity was not the weak, peaceful species the aliens thought they were. Humans had been preparing for war for decades. They had hidden weapons all over the solar system. They had moved billions of people to safety. They were ready to fight. But Sarah still felt worried. The alien ships were huge and powerful. Even with all the secret weapons, would Earth be able to win? As her ship flew toward the alien fleet, Sarah got a message from Admiral Rodriguez. "Captain, remember what I told you. These aliens picked a fight with the apex predators. They are about to learn why humans are the most dangerous species in the galaxy." Sarah smiled. She was still scared, but now she was also excited. The aliens thought they were going to conquer Earth easily. They were wrong. Very, very wrong. The war was about to begin, and humanity was ready. Captain Sarah Chen was flying back to Earth when the alien attack began. She was still 6 hours away from the planet when her radio exploded with voices. Admiral Rodriguez's voice cut through the noise. "All ships, all stations. This is command. The aliens have started their attack early. Operation Thunder is now active. Repeat, Operation Thunder is active." Sarah looked at her screens and felt her heart stop. The alien fleet was moving toward Earth. Their ships were firing huge beams of energy toward the planet. Each beam was bright enough to light up space like a star. Sarah counted 30 beams heading for Earth's biggest cities. "No," Sarah whispered. "My family is down there, but then something amazing happened. The alien energy beams hit an invisible wall around Earth. The beams exploded in bright flashes high above the planet, but none of them reached the ground. Earth was protected by some kind of shield that Sarah could not see." Admiral Rodriguez's voice came on the radio again. Phase 1 complete. Defense grid is working perfectly. Begin Phase 2. Suddenly, space around Earth came alive with light. Things that had looked like old satellites began to glow and turn toward the alien fleet. Sarah realized these were not satellites at all. They were weapons, powerful weapons that had been hiding in space for years. The Earth weapons fired together. Hundreds of energy beams shot toward the alien ships. But these were not like the slow alien beams. The human weapons fired beams of light that moved faster than anything Sarah had ever seen. The beams hit 3 alien ships before the aliens could react. The alien ships exploded. Each explosion was like a small sun appearing in space and then going dark. Sarah watched in amazement as 3 of the huge alien ships were destroyed in less than 10 seconds. Admiral Kekstar's voice came over the radio. He sounded angry and confused. "Impossible. Humans do not have this technology. How did you hide these weapons from our scans?" Admiral Rodriguez answered him. "Admiral Kekstar, you made one mistake. You thought we were primitive because our ships look old. You did not think that maybe we wanted them to look old." On Sarah's screens, she could see more surprises. Near Mars, what had looked like a broken space station suddenly opened up like a flower. Inside was a ship 3 times bigger than Sarah's vessel. The ship fired something toward the alien fleet. Sarah could not see what it fired, but seconds later, another alien ship exploded. Near Jupiter, an asteroid that had been floating in space for years suddenly started moving, but it was not an asteroid at all. It was a human ship covered in rock to look like space junk. The fake asteroid fired missiles that moved so fast, they were just streaks of light. Admiral Kekstar's fleet tried to fight back. They fired more energy, beams at Earth, but the planet's shield stopped all of them. They fired at the hidden human weapons, but the human ships were too fast and too small to hit easily. "This is not possible," Admiral Kekstar said over the radio. "We have conquered 47 worlds. No species has ever fought us like this." "That is because you never fought humans before," Admiral Rodriguez said. "We have been fighting wars for 10,000 years. We know how to hide. We know how to surprise our enemies. We know how to win." Sarah watched as more human weapons revealed themselves. A mining ship near the asteroid belt dropped its disguise and became a battleship. Space stations that had looked peaceful and scientific suddenly grew weapons and started shooting. Even some pieces of space junk turned out to be human fighters. The aliens were in trouble. They had come expecting to fight weak humans with primitive weapons. Instead, they found themselves surrounded by hidden weapons that were more advanced than their own technology. Half of their fleet was already damaged or destroyed. Admiral Kekstar made a desperate decision. "All ships, retreat to safe distance. Prepare the planet killers." Sarah felt cold fear in her stomach. Planet killers were weapons that could destroy entire worlds. If the aliens used them, everyone on Earth would die, even with the shields. But Admiral Rodriguez was ready for this. "2. Sarah," he said over the radio. "This is where you come in. Look at your navigation computer." Sarah looked at her computer and gasped. Her ship was not where she thought it was. While she had been watching the battle, her ship had been moving. Automatically. Now she was right behind the alien flagship, close enough to touch it. "How did my ship get here?" Sarah asked. "Your ship has been controlled by our computers for the last hour," Admiral Rodriguez said. "We needed to get you close to their main ship. Now listen carefully. In your ship's cargo hold there is a special weapon. It is small, but very powerful. You need to fire it at the alien ship's main engine." Sarah ran to her cargo hold. Inside was a device the size of a suitcase. It had simple controls and a trigger. Sarah had never seen anything like it. "What is this weapon?" she asked. "It is a quantum destabilizer," Dr. Park's voice answered. "It will make the alien ship's main engine explode. But Sarah, you need to be at least 1,000 kilometers away when you fire it, or the explosion will destroy your ship too." Sarah looked at the alien flagship. It was huge and powerful, but she was so close that she could see details on its surface. The ship was preparing to fire its planet-killer weapon at Earth. "I cannot get far enough away in time," Sarah said. "If I move now, they will see me and shoot me down." "Sarah," Admiral Rodriguez said quietly, "you have to try. Earth is depending on you. Sarah looked at the weapon in her hands, and then at the alien ship outside her window. Her daughter was on Earth. Her husband was on Earth. 3 billion people were depending on her to stop this alien ship from destroying their world. Sarah made her choice. She aimed the quantum destabilizer at the alien ship's engine and pressed the trigger. The weapon fired a beam of energy that Sarah could not see, but she felt her ship shake as the energy left the device. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, the alien flagship began to glow. The glow got brighter and brighter. Sarah started her engines and flew away as fast as her ship could go. Behind her, the alien flagship was starting to come apart. "This is for everyone who ever underestimated humanity," Sarah said, and then the alien ship exploded. The explosion of the alien flagship lit up space like a new star. Captain Sarah Chen's ship was thrown forward by the blast wave, but she managed to keep control. When the light faded, she looked back and saw nothing where the huge alien ship had been. Just empty space and glowing pieces of metal floating away. The remaining alien ships were in chaos. Without their flagship and Admiral Kekstar, they did not know what to do. Some tried to retreat. Others fired wildly at the hidden human weapons. A few just floated in space, their crews too shocked to move. Admiral Rodriguez's voice came over the radio. "Excellent work, Captain Chen. Now comes the hard part. We need to chase down every alien ship before they can escape and warn their empire about our real strength." Sarah understood. If even one alien ship escaped and told the Zephyrian hegemony about Earth's hidden weapons, the aliens would come back with a much bigger fleet. This had to end here and now. All around the solar system, human ships began to reveal themselves. Sarah watched in amazement as rocks and pieces of space junk transformed into sleek warships. A broken satellite near Venus suddenly grew engines and weapons. An old cargo ship near Mercury dropped its fake hull and became a fast attack vessel. The humans had been hiding everywhere. For 40 years they had built weapons and ships and disguised them as harmless objects. Now the disguises were coming off and the aliens were seeing Earth's true military power for the first time. But the aliens were not giving up. Commander Vexhai, who had taken control after Admiral Kekstar died, sent a message to all alien ships. "Scatter and retreat. At least some of us must reach home and warn the hegemony about these humans." The alien ships split up and flew in different directions. Some headed toward the edge of the solar system. Others tried to hide behind planets and moons. They were fast ships with powerful engines, and Sarah thought some of them might escape. She was wrong. Admiral Rodriguez had planned for this too. All ships begin Phase 3. Hunt them down. What happened next was like watching a pack of wolves hunt deer. The human ships did not just chase the aliens. They worked together like they had practiced this hunt 1,000 times. Ships that had been hiding near Jupiter moved to block the aliens' escape route. Weapons hidden in the asteroid belt fired at aliens trying to hide there. Even the fake space station near Pluto turned out to be a human ship that caught 2 alien vessels trying to sneak away. Sarah joined the hunt. Her ship was not fast or heavily armed, but Admiral Rodriguez gave her a special job. "Sarah, there is an alien ship heading toward the outer planets. It is damaged but still moving. We think it is carrying important information about the hegemony. Stop it." Sarah flew toward the edge of the solar system. The alien ship she was chasing was much bigger than hers, but it was leaking air and flying slowly. Sarah could see holes in its crystal hull where human weapons had hit it. As she got closer, the alien ship tried to fight. It fired energy beams at Sarah, but the beams were weak and missed her completely. The alien ship was dying, but it was still trying to escape. Sarah fired her ship's weapons at the alien engines. Her weapons were small, but they were enough to stop the damaged alien ship. The ship spun out of control and crashed into a large asteroid. Sarah landed on the asteroid and put on her spacesuit. She walked to the alien ship and found one survivor inside. It was a young Zephyrian with crystal skin that flickered between blue and red. The alien was hurt but still alive. "Please," the alien said when it saw Sarah. "Do not kill me. I am just a navigator. I was following orders." Sarah looked at the alien and felt something she did not expect. She felt sorry for it. "I am not going to kill you," she said, "but I need to ask you some questions." The alien's name was Kelshin. It had never been in a real battle before. The Zephyrian hegemony usually won their wars so easily that most alien soldiers never saw real fighting. "Your species," Kelshin said. "We did not know you were so dangerous. Our scans showed primitive weapons and old ships. How did you hide your real military?" Sarah sat down next to the injured alien. "We have been preparing for this day for 40 years. We knew that when aliens found us, some of them might be hostile. So we built weapons and hid them. We made our real military look like civilian equipment." "But how did you know to do this?" Kelshin asked. "Most species do not think about war until someone attacks them." Sarah thought about how to explain this. Humans have been fighting wars for thousands of years. We have fought each other over land, resources, ideas, and sometimes just because we were angry. We learned how to hide, how to ambush enemies, how to make them think we were weak when we were really strong. Kelshin's crystal skin turned pale. "You have been fighting wars for thousands of years? Against each other?" "Yes. We only stopped fighting each other when we realized aliens might come someday. Then we united and prepared to fight aliens instead." The young alien was quiet for a long time. Then it said, "The hegemony has conquered 47 worlds, but we have never fought a species like humans. Most species surrender when they see our ships. The few that fight back use simple tactics. They meet us in open battle and lose quickly. Humans do not fight that way," Sarah said. "We learned long ago that the best way to win a war is to make the enemy think they are winning until it is too late." Sarah's radio crackled. It was Admiral Rodriguez. "Sarah, how are you doing out there?" "I have the alien ship stopped, sir. One survivor." "Good. We have captured or destroyed all the other alien ships. The battle is over. Earth has won." Sarah felt relief wash over her. The war was over, and Earth was safe. But as she looked at the young alien beside her, she realized this was just the beginning. "Kelshin," she said, "your hegemony will send more ships when these ones do not come home. What will happen then?" The alien's skin flickered with fear. "They will send the Great Fleet. Thousands of ships with weapons that can destroy stars. They will not make the same mistake twice." Sarah smiled, but it was not a happy smile. "Then we will have to make sure they never get the chance to make another mistake." The hunt was over, but the real war was just beginning. 3 months after the battle in Earth's solar system, Captain Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the UES Retribution. This was not the same small ship she had flown before. The Retribution was one of Earth's new warships, built with technology taken from the destroyed alien fleet. It was fast, powerful, and invisible to most alien sensors. Sarah was no longer just a captain. Admiral Rodriguez had promoted her to fleet commander after the victory over the Zephyrians. Now she commanded 50 ships like the Retribution, and they were deep in alien space, far from Earth. The war had changed after that first battle. Instead of waiting for the aliens to attack Earth again, humanity had decided to take the fight to them. Using information from Kelshin, the captured alien navigator, Earth's forces had located the main Zephyrian worlds and begun attacking them one by one. But this was not the kind of war the Zephyrians expected. Humans did not attack like other species. They did not send big fleets to fight big battles. Instead, they appeared suddenly, destroyed important targets, and disappeared before the aliens could respond. Sarah's ship was orbiting the planet Zephyr, Prime, the capital world of the alien empire. Below them, the planet glowed with the lights of billions of aliens living in crystal cities. It was beautiful, but Sarah was not here to admire the view. "Commander," said Lieutenant Torres, Sarah's communications officer, "we are receiving a transmission from the planet. They want to surrender." Sarah was surprised. "Surrender? We have not even attacked them yet." "No, ma'am, but we destroyed their space defense stations an hour ago. They know we are here, and they know what happened to their other worlds." Over the past 3 months, human forces had visited 12 Zephyrian worlds. They had not destroyed the planets or killed the people living there. Instead, they had destroyed military bases, weapons factories, and government buildings. They had also broadcast the same message on every world they visited. Sarah activated the communication system and spoke to the aliens on the planet below. This is Fleet Commander Sarah Chen of Earth. We have not come to destroy your world or kill your people. We have come to deliver a message. The alien voice that answered sounded frightened. We are listening, human. The Zephyrian hegemony is finished, Sarah said. Your empire tried to conquer Earth and failed. Now Earth is conquering you. But we do not want to rule over other species. We want you to be free. There was silence from the planet for several minutes. Then a different voice spoke. This one sounded older and calmer. I am High Counselor Zexran of Zephyr Prime. What do you mean when you say you want us to be free? Sarah had given this speech many times before, but it was always important. The hegemony forced your people to serve an empire that conquered other worlds. Many of you were slaves to the ruling class. Earth offers you independence. Rule yourselves. Trade with other worlds peacefully. Choose your own leaders. And if we refuse? Counselor Zexran asked. Then you will face the consequences of supporting an empire that declared war on humanity, Sarah said. We have destroyed 47 military bases in your empire. We have captured or destroyed 800 alien warships. We can destroy more if we need to. The truth was that humanity's war against the Zephyrian hegemony was almost over. Most alien worlds had already declared independence from the empire. The alien military was broken and scattered. Many alien soldiers had deserted and gone home to their families. But the most important victory was not military. It was psychological. The Zephyrians had believed they were the strongest species in the galaxy. They had conquered 47 worlds because no one could stop them. Now they knew there was a species stronger than they were, and that species was offering them freedom instead of slavery. Lieutenant Torres spoke quietly to Sarah. Commander, we are receiving messages from all over the planet. Hundreds of cities are declaring independence from the hegemony. They want to join the new government. Sarah smiled. This was happening on every Zephyrian world. When humans offered freedom instead of conquest, most aliens chose freedom. The hegemony was collapsing not because Earth was destroying it, but because its own people were abandoning it. Commander, said Ensign Kim from the sensor station. We have company. 3 hegemony ships just jumped into the system. They are heading this way. Sarah looked at her screens. The 3 alien ships were from the old Imperial fleet, probably some of the last ships still loyal to the fallen empire. They were coming to defend their capital world. All ships prepare for battle, Sarah commanded. But remember, we are not here to destroy everything. We are here to end this war. The alien ships opened fire as soon as they were in range. Their energy beams lit up space, but they could not hit the human ships. Earth's new stealth technology made their vessels nearly invisible. The human fleet responded with perfect coordination. 50 ships moved like dancers in space, surrounding the alien vessels and attacking from all directions. The aliens had never faced tactics like this. They were used to fighting enemies who met them head-on in honest battle. The fight was over in minutes. 2 alien ships were destroyed, and the 3rd surrendered. Sarah ordered her crews to rescue any survivors and treat them well. As the smoke cleared, Counselor Zexran called from the planet. Commander Chen, the remaining hegemony loyalists on our world have surrendered. Zephyr Prime declares independence from the old empire. We want to join the new alliance of free worlds. Sarah felt proud and tired at the same time. The war was finally over. Welcome to freedom, Counselor. Earth looks forward to working with you as equals, not as conquerors. Later that day, Sarah sent a message back to Earth. Admiral Rodriguez, this is Fleet Commander Chen. The last hegemony world has surrendered. The empire is finished. All 47 conquered worlds are now free and independent. The war is over. Admiral Rodriguez's reply came hours later. Excellent work, Sarah. Come home. Earth has won more than a war. We have won the respect of the galaxy. As the human fleet prepared to return to Earth, Sarah thought about what they had accomplished. They had not just defeated an empire. They had freed dozens of worlds and shown the galaxy that humans were not conquerors like the Zephyrians. They were liberators. But Sarah also knew that this was just the beginning. News of humanity's victory would spread across the galaxy. Other species would learn that there was a new power among the stars, a species that was strong enough to defeat Any enemy but wise enough to offer freedom instead of slavery. Some aliens would want to be friends with humanity. Others would see Earth as a threat that needed to be destroyed. Either way, the galaxy would never be the same. The apex predators had announced themselves to the universe, and everyone was listening.